putting an end to any misunderstanding between our cultures.
He will enjoy our support, I hope, and wish him success.
He will be building new political forces that would strengthen his ability to deal with these big problems of today. I think that we are at the beginning stage of a major realignment that requires a leader of his caliber. He is creative enough, strong enough, and brilliant enough to set the stage of a significant shift in politics for generations to come.
The whole world celebrated the winning of President Obama.
Represents the winds of change, and that has been evident since he started his campaign.
Syria welcomes the election.
I'm confident that he will be successful in achieving that change.
He would be, on the merit, an outstanding American president because of the monumental issues that he is facing and the way that he will be able to navigate through them and to resolve them and to try to have a better life for the American people and for humanity in general.
The election of Mr. Obama is an opportunity to reverse the policy of exclusion into a policy of inclusion.
We should all welcome the fact that there is a new and popular administration in Washington. President Obama is obviously a very charismatic man and has indicated an openness on issues of policy and on issues of approach, which is refreshing.
I like the audacity of hope a lot, which summarizes his philosophy and his thinking to a great extent.
The image of the United States in the Arab world. I think that by the decisions to close the Guantanamo base and to be more abiding with the international humanitarian law and with international law, your President Obama is giving the right signal.
I watched with the great interest the inauguration speech, and I heard this very important overture towards the Islamic world. We care a lot about this. We are open also on our side.
That we don't have any differences with the Muslim world, we don't have any conflict with the Arab world, and we are depending on dialogue. And I think that this is the right approach, that we will be very supportive.
We don't want actually to see our area just looked at through the angle of the oil. We are human beings.
President Obama adopted the policy of engaging Iran, Syria, and other countries in the region. This is a good step forward. We encourage him to do that.
If we pursue a strategy which is popular in the United States but unpopular in Afghanistan, you'll fail. It has to be acceptable in Afghanistan and on the frontier of Pakistan.
By getting rid of this ideological dimension that handicapped the American achievements all over the world for the last 8 years, I think the new administration might achieve quite a great deal of success all over the world.
Listening to the people of the country will be very important, whether it's Iraq, Afghanistan, Palestine, to know how to solve the problem.
At each local level, and then we will begin to win this struggle.
So by meeting more and listening more and taking notes of what the Iraqis said,
the local sentiments, the local customs and practices, and to build on that.
On all of these issues, the more we get closer, the more we will be able to work together to settle problems, not only in the Middle East.
We gave America so many valuable advices, but they were not listened to, unfortunately.
We have got a very difficult situation on the frontier of Pakistan. Our objectives are too broad. We wanted to roll back not only Al-Qaeda terrorism, but Islamic conservative customs and ideologies in Afghanistan and the frontier of Pakistan. This is not possible. To change the culture and ethos of a tribal society overnight, and to attempt to do that while using military force.
Looking at each other ideologically speaking, and that shouldn't be tolerated in the 21st century. So any attempt of knowing better the other is highly welcomed.
Go directly to people and talk to them and see how they feel about American policies in Iraq and the region. So I would urge them to listen more to the local people of that country. I think America did a great military job, though they failed to win the hearts and the minds.
Promote economic and social development. And we're not going to do it in a way that's been attempted in the past 8 years of a top-down approach, international agencies and aid groups coming in and saying we're going to do this. The common necessities that are required by poor people in the rural areas of Afghanistan and the frontier of Pakistan, which really change lives. The health services, the education. This should be done at the local level with the participation of local leaders.
We know what the solution is. We negotiated all elements of the solution.
President Obama will be able to solve the major problem in the Middle East, the longest conflict probably in contemporary history, which is the Palestinian-Israeli issue.
What we need the resolve and the political will of a friend to both sides to say enough is enough, and you have to reach a peace treaty and to have peace between you.
We encourage him to come up with these proposals as early as he can.
You have to tell every party that you can't have everything you want. You have to give up some of your demands and meet in the middle.
Many extremist elements stretching from Afghanistan and beyond and all the way to Europe and the western part of Africa and beyond, use the injustices inflicted upon the Palestinian people to promote their own causes. A just, durable, comprehensive solution to the conflict in our region would help in a tremendous way to deprive these extremists from using this issue for their own narrow agendas. It has to be resolved. And hopefully, President Obama, who brought so many hopes for so many people, we will be delighted to see this conflict resolved in his time watching.
The Taliban, yes, their ideology was abhorrent, but they were mostly of Pashtun. And their ouster resulted in the alienation of the south and the east of that country. And we have not been able to redress that. Until we are able to rectify that alienation, we will not be able to isolate Al-Qaeda. The stability of our own frontier cannot be ensured unless Afghanistan is stable, because there is the cross-border movement between the same tribes, the same people, and this will go on. If they are facing military issues on the other side, they'll push on our side. If they face us on the other side, they will push on the other side. So this interconnection has to be seen and recognized.
I am sure that President Obama sees all the interconnectedness of all these issues, including even the Iranian issue.
Nobody thinks that he's perfect, but everybody would like to deal with whatever problems we have, whether on the bilateral side or on the multilateral side, through dialogue, through cooperation, through enhancing capacity, and through mutual understanding and mutual benefits for all sides. And I think that this is the approach that President Obama, we encourage this approach that he started doing, and I think that it's going to be successful.
He has the brilliance to articulate those positions. With cooperation throughout the globe, we will begin to see a new horizon in terms of economic relationships and multilateralism and political relationships and relations between countries. I do believe that he has all the capabilities of doing all these things, and I wish him the best, and I think that he is going to be an outstanding, remarkable leader.
To picture the current international situation, the Arab saying says a human being is the enemy of what he ignores, not of what he knows. A human being is the enemy of what he ignores, not of what he knows.